Hey everybody, this is a Unit 7 video response. Quote unquote, under common law definition, an employee is a person who performs services to another under a contract of hire, subject to the other's control of right of control, and in return for payment. That pretty much sums up what college athletes are to universities, but they are still not being paid. So obviously I am going to be in support of athletes being paid. The schools are making money off the backs of these athletes with the promise of an education, which recent studies have shown have been mostly a joke because most of the students do not learn a single thing. But they are guaranteed a piece of paper that says that they graduate and have a college education, which just takes away their self-value. Also, this is a joke because most of them don't learn anything, like I said before, because of corruption and bribes by the coaches and the coaching staff to the teachers and professors, and the demanding sport they play. This is in reference to practices and games and also traveling. So question 1, why should collegiate athletes be paid? The only reason these schools can maintain their grandeur is because of these athletes. So why should the school and coaching staff rake in millions upon millions of dollars each year, while the athletes get a practically meaningless piece of paper saying that they graduated? Number 2, what are the positives and negatives? Positives would be saving money for the athletes' future, taking care of their families if they come from poor and impoverished families, and being able to feed themselves. Most of the athletes have to do side businesses just to afford meals. I know that recently things have changed where athletes can now go to the cafeteria to get supplemental meals, but I don't think that that's enough. Negatives of this: there's no longer a real incentive to graduate once they have a good year, because they'll probably be signed and they have a fan base already set up in place. So professional teams can capitalize on that and make money off of selling their jerseys, their other apparel. Let's see here. Negatives. Who gets paid what amount? Depending on the player, how much does one get paid? And is there going to be the same pay for the genders and for all sports, or does it vary? It definitely gets tricky. So question 3, how would colleges regulate it? I would allow colleges to assign a person with a small team to go over and investigate any wrongdoings within their own system. I would also have an oversight committee who has no connection to colleges, coaches, the coaching staff, or even the NCAA to perform a yearly or bi-yearly audit on each and every program, just to make sure that everybody is being truthful and not corrupt, because money and the promise of a good year is enough to make people do the wrong thing. So for question 4, should all athletes on a team be paid? Yes, I think they all should. Setting up a league minimum seems to be appropriate to me. The Knights Commission on Intercollegiate Athletes. Question 1, what did I learn from this website? I learned that 40% of the $540 million the NCAA revenues collected annually distributed to the D1 institutions is based on the appearance and success of teams in the men's basketball tournament. I learned that this group has the players' interests more at heart than the NCAA does. I also learned that the NCAA only invests back 25%. In 2014, the NCAA made over $1 billion in TV deals, and that is a lot of money, and The athletes don't get any of that. None. And I think that is a joke. Well, I shouldn't say none. They get some, but it's a dismal amount. Question 2. What did I find intriguing and valuable in my interaction with sports? That the organization that they say have an athlete's best interests at heart actually do not. And that means like the universities, the NCAA. I also learned that I am going to be the first step in protecting the future of my future athletes to greedy businessmen. This information has made me more wary and thirsty for how an organization spends its money and how well that they treat their actual clients that make the money. So anyway, that is my video response. Thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to hearing back from you guys. Thanks.